Michael is a student who was negligent and underperforming in his studies until he received his first semester results, which were 60 out of 100. Michael was very upset and decided to change his study system to make up for the results in the second semester. He set aside daily study time from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. and committed to this schedule. The second semester ended, and Michael received his exam results, which were 50 out of 100. How? Why? What should Michael have done instead? Where did he go wrong? I will explain this in this video. What are the correct steps that Michael should have followed, and how can you benefit from this lesson? There are 3 techniques you need to apply to excel in your studies. Technique 1, the Pomodoro Technique. Let's explain it using a diagram for simplification. This arrow represents the level of focus, and this arrow represents the number of study hours. When Michael started studying, he was determined not to leave until he completed all 6 hours. This determination is necessary, but unfortunately, the human brain is programmed not to maintain focus for more than half an hour. You, I, and everyone else. This has been proven by scientific studies. Surely you've also noticed how thoughts and movies you've watched crystallize in your mind. When Michael studied from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. without breaks, he said he finished his homework and went to sleep. But in reality, he didn't benefit at all during that time, just exhaustion. What if Michael had taken a break after half an hour for 5 minutes? His focus would have returned. This is essentially the idea behind the Pomodoro Technique, developed by the Italian Francesco Cirillo. Technique 2, spaced repetition. Michael studied the lesson on Saturday. How long do you expect he will remember it? The issue of forgetting is not just yours. Everyone experiences it. We'll illustrate this through the forgetting curve, created by the German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus. This line represents our retention rate, and this line represents time. Michael memorized the lesson on Saturday, and according to the curve, after 6 days, he will only remember 20% of the lesson. So, what's the solution? How can I remember the lesson for the exam? If you review what you studied after 1 day, you'll remember it longer. If you review it again after 3 days, this ensures that the information stays solid for months. This is the idea behind this technique, which I used during my middle and high school years. At the end of this video, I'll explain my study methods in detail. Technique 3, concept versus information. As mentioned in the previous technique, information should be reviewed after 1 day, 3 days, and 5 days. If we wanted to review everything we read, we would need 48 hours in a day. This is where this technique comes into play. The concept, as the name suggests, includes all the information we need to understand the topic, and this does not need to be memorized. The information, on the other hand, includes the basics that I need to remember. Let's take a practical example, my method for applying these points. When I take a lesson, I read the entire topic on the same day, and if I need charts or additional explanations, I download them from the internet, print them, and file them with my other notes. Then I highlight important things: main titles in red, secondary titles in orange, terms in green, and important explanations in yellow. After that, I summarize the topic in a chart over the weekend. I review everything I read during the week before the exam week. I reread the exam material, but only the information I highlighted earlier, and I review it again the day before the exam. Finally, on the morning of the exam, I only review the charts I've prepared. When I enter the exam, I'm always one of the first to finish because it's impossible to be asked about material I've already studied and not be able to answer. Yes, this method requires a lot of time, but if your goal is to achieve a high grade, you must be prepared for that goal. You can use the Opirox digital planner to implement these steps. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel, whether through likes, shares, subscriptions, or by purchasing our digital planner Opirox. Don't forget to visit the channel for more topics.